Yo, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some NRL Season 6 live action. Um, I'm rushing around here real quick to get everything sorted. So sorry about that. My week has been crazy, and so even these last couple seconds are crazy. So I gotta copy my link. I'm gonna go share it to Discord real quick. Driver streams. Um, I'm gonna go see what lobbies are open. The McNaughty lobby might already be open. It is open, so we can get in there. That's cool. Let me get my chat open here. Yo, Arrow, what's going on? How you been? Sorry, I'm a hot mess right now, so trying to get in here. Let me mute this. I don't need to be able to hear myself. I want to get the McNaughty stream going too, and I need to get some laps I haven't practiced since my last live stream. And this is not a car you really want to do that in, so let's see here. Don't change car. We're on softs. Let's go. Stop going in and change car. You can tell I'm not calm. Crazy. I just got done putting the kids to bed. That looks like all the screenshots, I think. Let me go double check. I know I'm not screenshotting right now, but I want to make sure it looks like the screenshots. Yeah, we're good. We should be good. Okay. I'm not worried about the broadcast right now. All the information McNaughty gives to us anyways, so let's get on track. And yeah, Arrow, this whole week has been, we've had 2 weeks and I haven't got in near as much practice as I normally do. It's been wild, so it is what it is. It's just been a crazy time. So I felt rushed the whole week in general, but that's all right. We're here. My practice stream, I didn't find the most amazing pace, but I did find consistent pace, and that's all I'm looking for today. I should say tonight. So I just need to get the feel back here quick. I just want to not die. But this is definitely going to be an interesting one from my perspective because this is the least I've practiced. Hey, Big Joe. Thanks for stopping in. This is the least amount of practice I've had for an NRL race, I think, ever. Hey, TKs, thank you. Appreciate you always stopping in before we get going here. Yeah, easily the least amount I've ever had, and it's nerve-wracking. I know, TKs. In 2 weeks, I've done a million things with the kids. Haven't found time to jump online enough. You would think this would be one of the races I'd practice more for because you got 2 weeks, but I said nah. I spent the whole day today. The kids, my oldest had off from school today. It's like a whole teacher's like workshop type time here in Minnesota. It's called MEA. I don't know exactly what it stands for. But yeah, so my oldest had off, so then we kept the youngest home from daycare. Did some fall trips to some nice towns near us, some, old school downtown style towns. I gotta hit turn 1 better if I want to get my 47s. That's not how to hit it. So we did some antiquing and just checking out this space, checking out the scenery. It's right off the Mississippi River. There you go, TKs. I figured the first one was from Minnesota. I did think education of some sort makes sense for the E, but yeah, so we were out and about all day today. I was hoping to maybe get a few laps in. But hey, life happens. Where are the 47s? Boy. The wind's not that much different than... This car's very interesting, TKs. There's... Oh, there's the 47. All right, go back out. Hey, Island. Yeah, there's no way of, you're getting squeal no matter what. It's just how much squeal. Can you limit the squeal? I didn't really want to downshift. The goal is to not have to downshift to third. Hey, Wesley. Good timing. How you doing? As always, we got our NRL mug. Man, that's really bright on the white, but really bright on the white. Filled with tonight's fresh coffee. You know what? I actually, I want to get some laps in here. I want to get some laps on the mediums real quick. I know I'm going to have to adjust back into qualifying mode, but... TKs, I can drink coffee whenever, and it doesn't affect me too much. I could be drinking it bedside. I could be drinking it bedside. Yeah, TK, you're like my wife. My wife can't have any sort of caffeine. She doesn't drink coffee. She can't do any sort of caffeine, period. Late. Hey, there's a nice cone there. I think it's because my parents did not hide the caffeine from us as kids, which left me with a lot of, hey, MDG, I don't know if I missed you coming in. Ooh, these mediums are rough. But yeah, it left me with a lot of kid dentist appointments. But I also think because of it, I came somewhat immune to caffeine because it just doesn't do anything. All right, let's give one more lap on the medium just to kind of. After that out lap, I kind of reeled it in a little bit. Reeled the feeling in a little bit. We're going to be spending a lot of times on the mediums. We're going to be spending a lot of times on the mediums, or a lot of time on the mediums, so I know I'm going to have to readjust after qualifying. I'm going to actually get McNaughty's live stream up finally. Hey, Vogs, thank you. Thank you for the like. Thank you for stopping in quick. Enjoy the live broadcast if you're going to go spend some time over there. Why do I not see the live broadcast? Let me refresh my screen. Okay. Where is tonight's live broadcast? Oh, wait, it's not 7:30 yet, is it? It's not 7:30. I bet that's why I can't find it. Which one? It is 10:17. Scheduled, 18 waiting, Friday splits. Right there. Hey, Horn. Yeah, Horn, it's still getting going. It's there. I will even here. I've been meaning to pop out my chat over here too on my own stream. Pop out chat. I will throw the link in here as well. There it is. I'm going to pin that. So there's the live broadcast too. Make sure you check that out. As I always say, if you can, just open another tab. Mute me, because who wants to listen to me? And you get my perspective and their voices. So, well, but yeah, I started the stream off with, I'm doing well, Horn. I'm doing well. We've been busy, real busy. I started the stream off. I don't know who was all here at the beginning, but I have been so busy. This is the least amount of laps I've put in for an NRL race. I'm normally pretty good about putting in my time. I enjoy practicing for NRL races, so I typically put a lot of time in, but I didn't get quite as much with everything going on. It's been a crazy time. Kids having time off. I'm gonna make sure I'm on softs for this lap. Whoopsies. We're on softs. We're starting tonight's race out with a lap for Susan. I'm gonna use it as a quiet lap in her memory. So if you're coming in or out, I won't be talking during the lap. We're lining up behind slow mo and going around for her memory and for her honor. She's obviously been a huge part of the GT7 community. I mean, a lot of people in the GT7 community know who Papa is, and without Susan, most of us might not know Papa. And so many people in my stream that come here and visit me and hit likes, I know because of Papa. So I know because of Susan. So I didn't know her personally. We had our chats in chat, but nothing personal to be that close, but yet she's still affected me and us, and so yeah. So I definitely am down with this lap, but yeah, I will be completely silent during it. All right, Horn. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun over there. It's always a good broadcast. So I never tell people that they can't leave. Yeah, and I'm glad we're doing MDG. I was gonna, hey Ace, what's going on? I was going to put my own decal on. I was just gonna, it was just gonna be letters, like we race for Susan or rest in peace Susan. But Joe Collins, who's been part of the PHG community in team, who does a lot of really cool decals, he did actually create a decal, and so we're all using it on our cars. It's one of the mandatory. There's not really a whole lot of mandatory stuff, but that's one of them. And gotta get everything set up and make sure I'm not too bright. Doesn't help. Stuff's reflecting off my eyes. I think that's a little bit better. I unplugged. I got a little bit of new lighting, nothing fancy, and I unplugged it to use it as a stand for some other pictures and stuff. And when I put it back on and plugged it back in, all my settings completely back to normal. So this is Little Debbie on the side of this car in front of me. I like that. I really dislike these cars, but there's some fun liveries. There's the Tron one that's being run is really cool. I love Sheldo's Speed Racer. After the fact, I thought these things kind of look. You could make a Crayola crayon box out of these things. I was like, it's too bad. I'm gonna, stick. I'm gonna stick with my message and my heart, which is awareness. But if I wasn't doing awareness liveries, and in general, because like I mentioned at the beginning of the season, just like last season, if I do get to the final and any earnings I get, I donate to Stand Up to Cancer because it's something close to me. But I would definitely do a Crayola. I think a Crayola crayon box would be pretty funny on this car. Mostly tonight, I'm going to hope to stay out of the carnage if it's possible. That's goal one. I'm hoping a top 5 finish. I'm not shooting podium just because, like I said, I didn't put a lot of work in. And this has been 2 weeks, and I know a lot of guys have put a lot of work in. So we're going to try to stay clean because there's going to be a lot of bobbles, a lot of mistakes. Every bobble costs, a quarter of a second. So if you go off track, you're costing yourself a second or two. And on this short course, that's a lot of time. So staying clean and hopefully out of messes, hopefully out of the steward's eye. They're going to have work for them, I think, cut out for them. But that's the goal here. I'm not going to have top pace, but I can get to top 5 and maybe even a podium, maybe, just with some things falling towards me and being consistent. So we got to get through the early stages, settle in. There's going to be a lot of cars on track, so even once we're settled in, there's always going to be a car around us. Always. Man, Zilla's been, I don't know if he's struggling to stay in. He's been in and out. The tribute will be right off the rip. It's right at the start. That's why we were just kind of waiting around. We can be out on track, McNaughty said during our driver's meeting, because we're going to have to go around the track anyways. So it'll be at the beginning here once everybody's set. Like I said, I feel like Zilla might be having troubles. I don't know if it's staying connected or... Can we move that cone? It's all dependent on how long the main broadcast is talking, I guess. Normally it's within the next few minutes. Normally we're I shouldn't look down when Sheldo's right behind me, but normally I feel like we're normally pretty close to a 7:40, 7:45 start. That's Central Time here. Yeah, I'm not gonna push it a little bit. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long to get to the tribute. I wouldn't think. McNaughty just said, you know, the broadcast started about 7-8 minutes ago, and they do their intros and stuff, and they might even do a little bit of sharing and talking about her. And then he said right after that he'll ping us in the lobby. And we'll go, slow-mo is going to come out in a safety car. Anyway, let's try to hit a lap here. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we kind of fly by, you know, we have approximate times, but because he's got a live broadcast, a little bit just depends on how long they talk. And like I said, he's behind the scenes, so I'm not sure. All right, we're gonna line up. I'm not sure how long they're gonna talk. Didn't actually mean to do that there. Like I said, once we get this started, if I am silent, like I said, you know why. I'm going to keep it silent. Where's Santa going? Thanks, Richie. Sorry, we were doing our tribute lap. We're doing our tribute lap for Susan, so it got me a little bit choked up just because I. Yes, sir. Yeah, all I could think about is when my dad passed. All right, so here comes the fun stuff. We have to make sure we get screenshots. Let's enter our car. Get these settings on. Okay, so sauce. We'll wait until McNaughty gives us a little message down here saying we can screenshot our stuff. But yeah, I'll need it. Hey, MDG, thanks for stopping in. Get some good rest, man. Hopefully it goes well. Take our screenshots. I'm gonna go over here and send these in from my app. The best part about this is I have everything live on stream, that I'm not messing with anything. So any questions come up, I normally can just use that as backup. Never had troubles with screenshot ones here, but where is setup submissions? I'm pretty sure it's so silent in here right now in my ears. I can hear that my wife has just started Harry Potter, which is hilarious. Later, MDG. Okay. We're good. All right. I would love to not get killed in qualifying here. Let's set something early so I don't have to freak out the whole time that I'm not going to set a time. How about it, huh? Oh, Corridor did get on the livery. All right, good. I saw Corridor didn't have on the livery, and I know he mentioned he was going to put it on. Anyways, that pin message, guys. I do obviously hope you guys hang out, stick around, or at least keep me in the background. But as always, that live broadcast is really good that McNaughty puts on. So, and all these guys, Tune and Slow Mo, up in the booth on Fridays. Yeah, it's always worth checking out. Making sure you at least stop by there and drop them a like. But you're always welcome to stay here. This is going to be, I think, a pretty intense race for me because every little bobble matters. So I'm going to be pretty probably locked in, maybe mumbling to myself because I like to do that. I talk to myself and complain to myself. But I probably won't be reading chat and talking chat too much. What's going on with Strick? Thank you, Grovers. I hope you're well. Hope you're well, sir. Gonna need the good luck. Gonna need it. I didn't get as much practice in for this as I wanted to, so Gonna need it. Gonna be having to try to find space out here, even for qualifying. Turn one's gonna be a mess, Grovers. You may joke and say laugh out loud, but it could be a big old mess. I hope it's not. We've made it through some pretty sketchy turn ones. Monza in those are group threes, right? Those group threes. What was the newer released PD one? It's been 2 years since they released it now, but it has a DRS on it. Gosh, why can't I remember which car that is? But we made it through turn one there, miraculously. This is going to be trying to find space in this. Hey, thanks, Johnny. Trying to find space. Hope I don't have somebody way faster than me behind me. I was slow through there. Anybody know, can we quit to pits this time around? I don't even know. Hey, Turtleshaw. Appreciate it. I'm not carrying enough speed through there. Struggling. Should be a low 47. Alright, I hope we come out with nobody around us. We have a little bit of a gap here, hopefully. It's a nice gap, actually, coming out. Alright, we just gotta put down a banger late. Otherwise, we'll just be working our way from the back, I guess. Not a good turn one. Better turn one. Didn't quite get to go as wide as I needed to there with fishtail there, but should be 2 more laps here. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to have some work to do. All right, we got my low 47 right at the end. Low 47, low 47 is what that's about in line. It took me until the last freaking lap. So honestly, these other guys just put down good laps because low 47 is about, with my practice this week, what I was thinking. So I just wish it wouldn't have taken me so long. It's so hard to push when you don't have a nice base. Dang it. Took so long. It looks close when you're a half second behind, but that's a big half second, man. Sheldo put down a lap there, 46.5. So did Hondo. So did Santa, Miguel. So did Corridor. Those are some good laps right there. I knew it was going to be in the 46s, but I hadn't touched 46s all week. Is this? I can't read names. Is this Stumpy? Or Stumpy here? I know Stumpy was running the red car that Sal made, but he might have just been practicing in that. Because if that's Stumpy, that's a good lap. I know he was shooting for 46s. I told him he'd get it if that's Stumpy. It's got to be Stumpy, right? Yeah, it's Stumpy. I told him he'd get his 46. Nice work, Stumpy. Took me until the very end, boy. I'm gonna change my tires now. Oh wait, we might be taking screenshots again. I think maybe. Yeah, that was a good lap, Sheldo. It's no Cole lap though. No Cole lap. Oh, I should have saved the. Well, I mean, I never really had any incidents. I'll save my view though. We had Fishtail out on the outside there, but there's nowhere to go. You're kind of stuck there. You don't want to override the inside. Do we take these now again? Save replay. Oh, we can save the replay now. Cool. Thanks, TKs. Yeah, we needed to. I got to about what I could get to. A low 47. It just took me until the last lap, which really sucked. Are we doing? I can't remember. Are we doing screenshots again? Once we get in here. So I'm happy with the lap. We're gonna have to work our way in the middle. Looks like. Part of me wasn't even that mad. I'd have to do it from the back, just to avoid a little bit of the middle. Enter my car. Car settings. We're still on softs, but I thought he wanted us to do it before the race too, so I'm going to wait a couple seconds. All right, check in and send shots. Yep, on softs. I was about to say it. Before I change, I got to set these. Screenshot. All right, I'm going to go send these, but before I do, I want to make sure I don't forget. I want to start on the mediums. So we're on the mediums. All right, let's go get these screenshots, send them over. So we have to do this because most people who have been around for NRL know. But when it's not a group 1, 2, 3, or 4 car, even with BOP turned on, there's still things that can get changed. And screenshot all of this to make sure we're exactly stock is the easiest way to make sure nobody's trying to skirt any rules. You know, because people get funny. There's, This is a group of really good guys, but people get funny when, there's money on the line, technically. It's not that big of money. It's not life changing money, but there's money on the line, so people. This is just fair for everybody. I was right. Zillow was struggling with staying connected. That sucks. Remaking the lobby, so we're going to. Have to rejoin back in. Make sure when we get in there, I get all my stuff set. Old farts, clean or kick. Oh, a little nervous about this one, guys. We need to get through these early laps and settle in. No mistakes. See how long. We'll see what we're feeling for how long we push these mediums. I'm guessing we need to do this again now. We need to enter and send again. I am going to have so many screenshots sitting here. Guess let's go make sure we're on softs because we're going to have to check this again. Should really get the W in there. Oh. Yeah, we just want to be steady. Just be steady. I really want to, like I said, my hopes aren't that high tonight. I'm shooting for a top 5. I'll be a little disappointed outside the top 5. I won't be heartbroken because I know these guys have probably put in way more time than me. So, they're deserving of it. They put that time in. But we're just going to try to stay clean, and maybe staying clean can get us to the top 5. No incidents, no incidents. How to that meme go? The Fernando Alonso incidents. Tire check. We're not okay. I thought we'd resend screenshots since we went in and out of a lobby, but I guess not. Hopefully everything's good. Like I said, I trust most of the people in here, so. We'll go with it. Wasn't Stumpy ahead of... There we go. I was like, I had Deputy Fishtail in front of me, which is just Fishtail on this account, but... All right, let's get through the first couple laps. Let's stay clean. No incidents. No spins. If I need to cede some positions, so be it. Forgot what my handbrake button is, so we're just going to have to use brake here. kind of got railroaded being on the outside here. It's all right. Let's settle in. I have the pace to get by, but I can't get by. Luckily, most of the pack is right there. Hey, Steven. Just over aggressive for 8th place. We lost that pack, just getting stuck. Absolutely stuck. Used a full warm-up lap or race. Should be putting in 48s. Hey Neon, how's it going? We're out here struggling right now. Yeah, 40 laps in this VGT. I have no pace. I have no pace. Ah! Yeah, there's some quick guys here. I mean, this is B. These guys have taken off. The top of B is really tough. I can compete with a lot of the other guys. The top of B is kind of out of my range. Like, Sheldon's faster than me. This race I didn't get enough practice in. I should be doing better than this, but... Luckily, last race we had a really good result. Like, I was practicing 48s. Like, it's frustrating. That's all it takes, is not being in these 48s here. Just a bit of a struggle tonight. Yeah, I've been wanting to do some of those. It's hard with my schedule. Gonna need some mistakes up there to really get back in this at all. Yeah, I could see that. It's hard committing that time. Oh, this has been a race, man. Not one of my best. Not one of my fondest. Yeah, the pit road here sucks. Yeah. that way. Yeah, that game took up some of my time this week from practicing too. I played a little more than I was going to. I can't find comfortable consistency. Nice. That's more than I have, that's for sure. I don't know if I was just more confident in practice because I wasn't worried about spinning. Because like in practice I was shooting 48s on the mediums. I was hitting some 47s on the softs, like mostly 47s. And I'm not doing that tonight. Yeah, I mean, I did only really get like 2 full races in, so that's pretty low for my NRL practice normally. Only 2 races of practice. I just am not. I'm not confident on the tires. Just not confident on the tires. Those guys are in a good group up there, though. This is a pretty good battle in the mid-pack there. I'm just out here running laps. Somebody spun around. That group broke up a little bit. Kind of excited to see after the broadcast, or after the race, rewatching the broadcast, see that pack from before and how the racing was. Well, I've had a couple of these stinkers in NRL. It is what it is. Only me to blame for not putting the time in. Well, honestly, I just don't know if this just fits me at all. Hey, Wheelie, thanks. Hope you're doing all right. Well, Miguel got himself back up there. Well, I'm glad this one's about over with. Move on to the next. Gonna have to focus up in the next one, try to grab some extra points. That podium really helps overall. But still, there's 20-some drivers vying for 14 spots, so... And the goal is not just to make it, but to start high. So we move on. This one wasn't a good one. Remember, I had a stinker in the Valkyrie as well at Le Mans. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. Yeah, there's next week. There's next week. That was tough. Thanks, Fogs. Oh, that was just a bunch of practice laps. That was rough. Really good week last week. Nothing happened, Johnny. I just didn't have any pace. I did get stuck at the beginning a bit and then lost the group. And I don't know if that hurt at all having slip here or not with these cars. I just I practiced, and in practice, I was hitting 48s pretty consistently on mediums, hitting 47s on softs, and I didn't do that at all tonight. I was in 49s the whole time in mediums, basically, and 48s basically on softs. So, it was just a skill issue when it came down to it. I struggled. I thought I was just riding around. It was on me. I didn't get enough practice this week. Every now and then that happens. I've been on a run without a stinker in the NRL for a while, so I've had a lot of podiums this last. That was rough. Oh, that was rough, but it happens. That's what happens when you only run about 2 practice races before an NRL. Like B division's no joke either. Like B division has very fast guys in it. So yeah, you too, Wheelie. That was actually part of the reason I didn't get as much practice in as I normally would. Is a lot of kid time. Today I didn't get to do warm up like I normally would. This is no excuses, by the way. I had 2 weeks, but I just letting you in personally. Today the girls had off, so we were running around. Went to a few old school towns that have like old school downtowns, and the one street brick buildings, all kinds of shops, antique places, cool little boutiques, good places for food and stuff. And we took the girls out there and to see some fall colors, which it really hasn't changed a lot around here. You kind of got to go north to get that, but um, yeah. And I had my oldest home another day this week, but I had last week. The problem was I put it off until this week, and then this week was crazy. But I had last week. I should have practiced more. It is what it is. It is what it is. What is is. So let's see. My computer that had my chat, which luckily I don't chat a lot during the race anyways. The computer that had my chat though restarted in the middle of that race. I just watched this restart on the side. So I didn't have my big chat. Not letting me. Anyways, I'm off. If you guys check the pin, you'll find me in the pin chat over at McNaughty's. I'm sure everybody else is over there who wants to be, but I'm gonna jump in there, listen up. I'm gonna cut this stream after that disappointing race. I'm done for the night. I'm gonna step away from NRL things in racing for the night. Um, so yeah, thanks for stopping in, everybody, and watching a bunch of practice laps at the back of the pack. It isn't what we were looking for, but we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll get something we like a little bit better. I'm not a VGT guy. That car was not fun. I was looking forward to running around Brands. I like running around Brands, but I couldn't figure it out in this car. Could not figure it out in this car. So, is what it is. You never know what's going to happen each week in NRL. So, yeah, appreciate all the likes. Appreciate all the lurks, all the chats. I'll catch you guys next time. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace.